G'day. So I've had a lot of people message me, and you know, I've only had a couple of comments, I suppose, on the YouTube video, but a lot of people want the mod pack list from my latest video. Seems like it's the only time people take notice half the time. So you know what? I normally wouldn't release anything until I'm confident. I want you to get this through your head first. I am not confident with this list yet. Okay? A lot of people seem to think that just share the mod pack list and it's all done, but most don't read the description. I'm still working on it. Okay? There's a lot of issues with this pack. There's a lot of things in orders that I wouldn't put them in, but I've normally, when I put these things together, I slap them together sort of thing and half-ass the order and then test it out and see what happens. And then from there, I organize things. A good demonstration is currently right now I've got a mod on here that is changing my medical system and my sleeping system. They didn't mention that in the description when I read them on ModDB, but I can't sleep now. You know, the old gamma thing where you can only sleep once you're tired. I fucking hate that. I don't like that. I don't think that's believable either. You know, you can fucking sleep anytime. You don't need to sleep when you're absolutely tired. But it's preventing me from sleeping, and something's changing the medical items so that I can't buy any sleeping pills. They've just been erased from my list. So I still got to go through and figure out what's causing those. So I'm going to have to go back to the ModDB pages and read the descriptions again more thoroughly and figure all that out. But if you wanted a sneak peek at the list that I've worked on for now, so be it. A lot of mods have changed since the last video because I've been working on this pretty frequently. Like I said, I've kind of fallen in love with this pack because of several mods that I put together originally, and then this idea came into my head for the mod pack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my mod organizer list, because when I go through and sort out my list, I actually install all of my mods separately. So in other words, I'll go through and install the mod, then reinstall the mod, install another section, then reinstall the mod, another section. Depending, you know, if the file itself is already split up, then I'll split everything off myself. But I do it like this because then I can just go through and go, okay, you know what? Fuck corrected cube maps, get rid of it. Don't need it, and then do something like that. So I can, at the end of the day, I can just go through all of my list, see what I've done, and then when I actually do a video, I'll give you a full install. And then you don't even need to worry about doing this. You can just go through and install it with my recommendations on what you do, sort of thing. That's how I approach it. So, I mean, this gives you a little bit of insight as to how I do my mod packs. But technically speaking, if you're going to do a mod pack, you're better off doing it like this anyway. It's a lot more work, but at the end of the day, so much fucking easier. Right. I think I said all the shit I got to say, so let's go into the graphics. Yeah, you can see them all here. This section will be all zoomed in, so you're not going to see the entire computer screen. You're just going to see what's in front of you. Sorry for the brightness, but I just do this so that I can see the separation between everything. Right, it just makes it easier for me when I'm going through all of this. So, enhanced shaders, beast MVGs. I am running Hollywood FX, so 3.1.5, the core, and I'm also running the Hollywood generator crash fix. This is pretty much needed with Hollywood FX, so that's why I'm running it. Smooth Campfire, I wouldn't put it there, but that's where I've got it at the moment. Realistic Blood, you can see there. I'm running Azrai's Radiation Overhaul, the demonized version. It's a lot more compatible with things, so I'm running that. I tell you what, Mr. Demonized, mate. With current generation of modding for fucking Stalker, we would all be fucked without Mr. Demonized. And that's not a word of a lie. That is just the way it is. We would all be fucked without this person, Mr. Demonized. I'm running Dynamic Anomalies Overhaul. Now, with the idea that I had in my head when I put those mods together, I didn't want anomalies that were not believable, if you get what I mean. You know, obviously the game itself is not believable, but as far as I went with my anomalies in the game, I went as far as Ghost. That was as far as I allowed. I mostly put this in there because it does touch up the original anomalies a little bit. if you get what I mean. So that's why I put it in here. It's mostly for that. I only wanted the originals. But then I just added in a few of the other ones like Darkness, because, you know, that's pretty cool. And a few of the other ones. I didn't go with Arrivals. I would normally go with Arrivals myself, but Arrivals didn't suit the mod pack idea that I had. Okay. So you can go through and grab a screenshot of all those. You go through and grab all of those, unless you've already got those mods in reserve and you just got to put them into order. And so be it. Kind of hoping that doing this, maybe some of you out there might have a better load order for things, and maybe you can leave a comment in a video or another video or something that I do, and say, hey, you know, CC, put it this way and it'll fix your problem or what have you. All right, the sound, there's a lot here. Grok's Better Sound, you never run anything without Grok's Better Sound, period. Footsies, I'm running that. I'm pretty sure there was a volume version of Footsie at some stage so that you could adjust the volume in the add-ons, but I can't quite remember now. I thought there was one, but maybe I could be wrong. Anyway, that's there just so I can hear the footsteps a little bit better, especially of the enemy. Improved mutant footsteps. So this is good for footsies because this, you know how the mutants, when you put on footsies, they'll have that stupid sound where each paw is hitting the ground. It really sounds off-putting. Well, improved mutant footsteps makes it sound like they're like, just, they sound like animals. Essentially, it removes that little annoying thing feature. So it's good to have this when you're running footsies. I think this was a more recent mod that hasn't been really seen. As you would have seen with the theme, I run a lot of mods that are not really recognized as much as I can. You know, there's the ones you have to go with because there's nothing better. JSRS, I chose this one just for its pure compatibility with the Anomaly guns. So that's the reason why I'm running it. And I'm running Cracks and Impact. Artyom's gas mask, everything here is the same. My last couple of videos before, you'll see a list there. A lot of the mods that are in that list are in here as well. So a lot of the simple mod pack is in this. Okay? So you'll be able to find all that. The retuned stuff, a lot of the retuned and redone stuff is in here. If you go to ModDB and type in RE, you're going to find all these mods in a list. All right? So that's probably the simple way of doing it for you. So the weapon rattle, death sounds reborn, pre-blowout. Exo server sounds. This one has got that more mechanical sound of the sound of the exos. Resound, from what I've noticed so far, just makes the footfall sound a lot heavier. Still sound a little bit mechanical, but not so overbearing. So that's why I'm running the resound for exos. The Angry Chimera growls. I haven't come across a Chimera yet in my testing, but I have come across lurkers, and I didn't really hear anything. It reckons that this also changes the lurkers as well. I could be wrong. But supposedly you're supposed to get a growl when a Chimera is nearby, so you get a little bit of advance warning that you're that you're about to be fucked, you know, you're gonna die. Bullet shell sounds, that does have a volume. I've turned it down to 6 if you're curious as to what level I have it at. Last video I didn't actually adjust any of the sounds, so everything was loud. I have adjusted them now. Classic mutant sounds for Anomaly. This is going to sound stupid, but for some reason the classic mutant sounds went well with the mod pack idea I had in my head. That's the reason why it's here. If you don't want to run it because you don't like the classic mutant sounds, you don't have to run it. But for some reason, it works. Okay? It just works. Knife bolt and grenade holster sounds, pretty much a staple for any mod pack. Barry's is overriding the knife one, so the other two will still work fine. Jump land, I've got that set for level 8. It's level 7, around about there. It seems to be pretty good. Now for the ambience, I'm running retune ambience sounds. It's pretty good. A little bit odd in some circumstances, I gotta say. It's not like it's properly attuned with atmospherics. In a way, sort of. It's a little weird, but then again, that might be the idea behind the mod. I'm just not used to it. This is the first time I'm running it within this mod pack, so I will give you one thing. I'm not too sure if it's this or if it's atmospherics or something else, but the fucking lightning sounds incredible. I think it might be this, but it sounds phenomenal. I haven't heard anything sound so fucking good in terms of lightning anyway. and thunder, you know, all that other sort of stuff. So that's sound. UI. I'm running the simple GUI because I really like that. There is a modern version, but it doesn't seem to really suit the mod pack idea I had in my head. I keep mentioning that. The mod pack idea I had in my head is I hate crafting. That's no secret. Everyone fucking knows that who watches the videos. You can't just snap away crafting, unfortunately. So I'm working my way around it. And that's the theme of the pack. And we will get to those mods. We'll be coming up to them soon. So simple GUI, global map rework. Really fucking spectacular, that. Simplified mask overlays, you saw that in the last video. Looting takes time, you saw that. UDE was running, but it was the 1.5 point something version. This is the latest one. It was only released, I think, a day or two ago. So that's there. This just adds more dialogue and more variation to the dialogue that comes up on your HUD. So it's pretty good. I like it. I think a lot of the saying there that I see was in Gamma as well. So this must have been finally released. It was probably a part of Gamma, and then they finally released it to the general public later on. I'm not too sure. NPC weapon loadout. Every stalker has a PDA. The reason why I'm doing that is because I'm running Grok Stash, and Grok Stash is set to having there's nothing in stashes unless you get a PDA coordinate. So that's why everyone's dropping one. Now, it's not to say that every one of them is going to have wording in the PDA, but on top of that, the PDA will also have value. So you can take it to Sidorovich, get some money out of it. Just a little bit of extra cash. Like I said, we're not relying on crafting. We're relying on gathering money, gathering resources, selling, buying, selling, buying. That's a lot of the theme of the pack. The cursor, I like the skull winking at me. I think that's pretty fucking funny and hilarious. I liked it, so that's why it's there. That's why I didn't go with the cursor for the simple GUI. Sorting plus, enhanced portraits, knifeable boxes. I couldn't get Barry's to work properly for a little while there until I figured out a better order for it, and now it seems to work fine, so you don't need knifeable boxes. Barry's already takes care of that. Textures. So, I'm running contrastivity. That's why you're getting that sort of darkish sort of look. I was running a flashlight mod, which made everything sort of look purple with the flashlight. It looked very off-putting, so I got rid of that flashlight mod. It was just nicer flashlights, but it wasn't working well with contrastivity because contrastivity doesn't do anything technically with the textures themselves. It just adds a lot of contrast to them, and so it wasn't mingling well with the torch modification. But I liked the dark view that I was getting from it. It just aesthetically, to me and to my idea, it was pleasing and it worked well. You can run a dagger if you want, but a dagger was too bright for me. It wasn't dark enough. Now, don't ask me in the comments for a link to this. All right? I haven't sought permission, haven't asked for permission from them to share it. However, if you wanted to watch a video that shows you a dagger in action, Custer Plays recently did a video 2 days ago about a dagger. That's where I got my link from. Like I said, my word, I haven't played it enough. I don't know enough about a dagger and what it's done. So watch the video for sure, and you're going to see it in action that Custer shows you. And they also got permission from a person named Hippo for it. All right? So that is where you get it from. Okay? Make sure you like the video too, because it's a really good fucking video. Hang on, why didn't I? There you go. Now I've liked it. I must have forgot to like it. My bad, Custer. Sorry. I'm a real arsehole. I thought I liked it. I normally do. Any video that I watch, because I normally watch any video all the way through myself. Repack. Like I said, RE. You're going to find all of these. Repack doors and glass windows. I have been looking at getting them and using them, but I didn't actually use them until I watched the video. And then I saw exactly what it did, so that's why they're included here. I was running a mod with this called Green Grass until I came across Dark Bark and Anomalous Grass. Sorry, mate, I don't know why I've got this. I haven't had a diary in fucking weeks now. Just must be the day. Anyway, I was running a mod called Green Grass. When I came across this, it darkened everything. and it really blended well with contrastivity, with the whole dark, everything dark sort of idea. Not visibly dark as in the days being dark and everything else, just the textures and the overall look of everything was dark. And this blended well. You'll need Iden's grass tweaks to run this, and you'll need to run Iden's. It'll take a little while for it to load here, but you'll need to run Iden's with spring grass and spring trees. Alright, so you need to tag these two. And that's what this mod is suited for. You'll see it in the description as well. It'll tell you the same thing. It'll also have some settings there that you should set for it as well. I'm still mucking around with my settings, so you can go with those settings if you want for the overall look. But to me, I actually can't remember what it looked like now. I can't say. I think it was a little too bright still, or maybe it was way too dark. Sorry, I forgot. It's completely, like, fucking gone out of my head. Anyway, I came across Earth and Asphalt improvements. I'm pretty sure they're still on ModDB. I found this in amongst all of my mods, and I thought, hang on, what the fuck was that? I was looking for this last time with one of my other mod packs. Couldn't find it. That's why I put in misery-based terrain textures. And then I found it, and I thought, fucking you beauty. This thing is fucking incredible. It looks brilliant. So does misery-based as well, but this just only targets the roads, the ground, and the pathways specifically. And it's fucking brilliant. It really adds to the overall look that I wanted to go for. Vehicle textures, Redux. Now I was running THAP and THAP rework and fixed vanilla models textures. This was recently updated, so if you haven't got it, make sure you go and grab it. The latest one is this year's version. Okay, fucking good. It's incredible. It's brilliant. I was running all of these until I came across drunks, hands, legs, and westerners. This was not in the last video. I'm running this now, and you don't need to run these. The only thing you'll need to run is visible body, which is down further. But this is brilliant. It's also got their own versions of it as well in there. I think he pulled it from, or whoever pulled it from other games like, you know, Misery and stuff like that. But this looks really good. So this is more recent. It wasn't in the video. Upscale corpses, Barry's better knives. Install all of those. Triple S shader mod. You can get a screenshot of all these. I'm not running terrain upgrade anymore since I found Earth and Asphalt the mod. So I turned this off. And I'm not running the improved shadows and lighting because, like I said, it just flashes and I don't like it. It annoys me. I can't stand it. Atmospherics, everything plus vanilla leaves and wind. I'm running that as well. So that's the core, like, major graphical enhancement to the game. Animations. So inertia, headgear animations, you know, just for, you know, for myself for getting into the game. Ledge climbing, mantling. I've also got the sound for ledge climbing as well. That's just after it. Death animations, PDA reanimated. This has been overridden, but you'll still need it because I'm running the latest stealth mod. I think that was 2023 was the latest update, or may have been this year. But I saw it there that it had been updated. So I grabbed the latest stealth, and it still overrides this. So make sure you tick it when you install it. FDDA. I'm running all of these for you know, the right color for the first aid kit. Instead of being red, it's orange. Food, drinks, medical, and the enhanced version. So that's the order they're in. Now, devices of Anomaly redone. This is important. When you install devices of Anomaly redone with this pack, make sure you're running, because one of my other mods, you'll need to make sure you're running your FOV at 45, which is what I think Gamma runs at anyway. From memory, I could be wrong. 4K textures, definitely you could choose between 2x1 or 1x1. I go with 1x1. Make sure you run it at 50 HUD FOV, so 50, okay. I haven't installed this yet, but I will, so if you're going to install it when you see this, make sure you select that. Make sure you grab the FDDA patch, the Beefs patch, And then after that, make sure you remove the HUD FOV from all pistols. Make sure you press this. All right? For some reason, this also seems to fix Barry's. Knives. Because if you don't do that, or you put Barry's after this, you'll get like a flip from, let's say, from 45 FOV with the knife to, let's say, 60. And then when you bring out the device. And then when you unequip the device, the knife will go back to 45 FOV. If you get what I mean. It's like it's moving forward and then moving backwards. So make sure you do that. Like I said, there's the visible body. Aiming movement redux. I've got that in there as well. The walk run reanimation. That's in there. And the outfit animations as well. I quite like them. They're pretty cool. Just a little added layer of immersion, you know? That was the word I was looking for before, immersion. Here are some of the mods that really put everything together. So, fixed models is number 14 or at version 14, so make sure you grab the latest one. From my last video, I think it was 13 was the latest. This is one of the main mods, including this one. Alternative weapon balance and rework silencers and scopes. This is brilliant. Fucking absolutely brilliant. When I put this on there and I loaded up my favorite gun, one of my favorite guns, the AN-94, the actual burst fire mode, the 2-round burst mode, worked properly. It was one after the other, like a snap fucking thing, and then you felt the recoil. It was fucking great. And if you don't believe me about how the AN-94 works, watch this. Grand Thumb. One of the few people that actually got his hands. I think besides Vickers Tactical, who had to go to Russia to have a look at this, Garand actually got an AN-94, and you'll see what I mean by the 2-round burst and how it actually works. Like, this guy was giggling the whole way through. I was fucking laughing myself. Like, the gun is just an incredible piece of Russian hardware. It really is. Amazing weapon. So, yeah, if you don't believe me about that and as to why I'm running that mod, go watch the video. But not only that, it also enhances a lot of the other guns. So it's more believable because from what I've seen of people shooting, unless they're really stupidly powerful Barrett or something like that, a lot of people don't feel a lot of recoil on these guns. And a lot of the recoil is manufactured just for gameplay. I wanted something that was a lot better. You still feel some recoil, but not the stupid amount that other games put onto you. So, but like I said, I'm an Aussie. I have never fired a gun in my life. I just watch videos. And when you see them, I mean, I know they're pros, but you're a guy that's going into a war zone. Obviously, you've got to have some experience with a gun. Now, this is one of the other mods. This is fucking incredible. Private's gun reposition. When I found this mod had not gotten a lot of recognition. It's incredible. I was going to do a video to showcase it, but I never thought about it. Essentially, any gun that's got a scope on it, you just press V, and he set it all up. He'll go to point fire with that weapon. Fair enough, he'll still be slow. He won't be fast like in what's that other, that SWAT game? I can't remember the new SWAT game that got released, SWAT 4 game. Yeah, it's not SWAT 4, but it's called something else. This guy had gone through and done all of that with all the scoped guns. And the reposition looks fucking incredible. And you saw that in the last video with the AN-94. So this is the reposition mod to use. It's put a lot of work into this mod and should get a lot more recognition for the work they did. It's fucking incredible. So definitely go and have a look at this and use that. It's only really usable on base Anomaly, I think. Just read the description. I could be wrong. Overheat, mags redux, because everyone knows that I love magazines in my game. We're getting to the end. So here are the sections. I'm not going to go over a lot more. Just wanted to go over a few things. There's all my nitpickers selections. Start with binoculars, because I think it's ridiculous you don't start with one, so I'll put that in there. There's all my DLTX mods, although I'm not too sure if expanded armor is working. I can't quite remember what that was supposed to do. And I don't think the mod is actually on ModDB anymore. You can only get it from the DLTX. So, I'm not too sure if this is working. The But these are all the selections that I made. Grok stash overhaul. When you install this, like I said, make sure you install it so that no stash has anything in it unless you have the coordinates. You know what? I'll reinstall it now. It's not that slow. And here, so no loot in unmarked stashes. That way, getting the PDA makes sense to you then. Okay. Trader overhaul, skinning. Make sure you put that in. There's the latest stealth version, 2.331. It will still override the death animation, so you make sure you tag the patch. I was testing out BHS to see if it fixed up my medical issue, but it hasn't. In fact, it's done nothing to the medical at all. So I wasn't too sure, because I'm pretty sure Grok's original one had a complete medical system in there as well, so I'm not too sure what's going on with that one. So I'm still testing it, just to see what I've fucking done wrong. AI, all the regulars, semi-radiant, night mutants, companions don't die, AI cover, bounty, companion distance, and anti-AWOL. Animals, like I said, just type in the first three, so alt in this case. You're going to find a lot of these alternative creatures until they finally get around to fixing up all the other ones as well. I imagine, you know, remodeling models is not an easy task, so probably going to take a little while before they get there. But other than that, I'm running a Lurker retexture, Psysucker retexture, Pseudo Giant. I'm also running Scary Fractures. I called it Scary Fractures. That's not what it's called. But you'll see it there. It's Fracture version 5. I'm not going to ruin it for you unless you want to watch the video that's on the ModDB page. But don't go out at night. Fuck around and find out, I guess. You know. It's pretty fucking wicked. I think it'll make your hair stand on end. I hope whoever did this, I can't remember the name, messes with a lot of the other ones, because this is fucking cool. Alternative boars, crafting. Like I said, I didn't want crafting, but I at least put in some crafting info tool tips. Ammo maker was part of a previous idea, but then I've scrubbed it. Now, Maids Vanilla HD icons is in there because there is a problem with the ammo icons. So without this, whenever you're picking up ammo in the world, it'll come up with a blank square. No matter what I did, I couldn't fix that. However, when I installed Maids Vanilla HD icons, worked. Fixed it completely. So install this, and that'll fix a lot of your icon issues. The skills and tasks. I know I haven't called it skills and tasks, but that's what it is. Hideout furniture shouldn't be here either, but that's where it is for now. So I'm running the... I don't know, I'm just going to call it what the fuck. Tasks. I can't remember what it was supposed to stand for. And I'm running all of them. Anomaly pop-up menus, you don't need to run this, but I'm running it for that more RPG feel, because I wanted a little bit more RPG to the game. Smoother progression, anomaly loot, so you got the locks, you know, you pick up the lock stashes, you can pick the locks and stuff. That's part of the skill system. So that's in there. As you can see, obviously I'm running the skills plus the expansion, and the expansion for looting takes time. Without this, you won't actually get any proper experience for leading people, if you get what I mean, because of that mod. So make sure you include it. This is just testing. I'm not familiar with hideout furniture besides playing Gamma. So I'm just seeing what all of this does. I still haven't gotten around to testing it properly. Now, redone. I put them in this order because I'm going to test it, but I think there's a problem with the south maps. So Lukesh and General Voven, whenever you try to get a task from them, the game will crash with a script error. I'm not too sure if it's these mods, but it could also be a script with an anomaly itself. Somehow something's happened to one of the scripts and it's been overridden and it's fucking up these two quests. I'm not sure. But I will tell you that I have deactivated every single mod and only ran these two. And whenever I went to Lukesh and General Voven, it still crashed. Whenever I tried to grab a quest from them, a task, it still crashed. And when I reactivated everything else, when I left them all out and deactivated all of these, first of all, I went and saw Lukesh and General Voven and it worked fine. when I reactivated every single other mod besides these, it worked fine. So I've narrowed it down to being southern maps as being the issue. However, I've changed the load order so that the north map and then the south map comes up because I had them around the other way. So now I've done this. Oops. Now I've done this. I'm going to test this out and see what happens. Maybe I had the order wrong. So hopefully that may fix it, but I don't think so. I've also got the Dragon Ball HUD because of mods that I'm actually working on myself. So that's in there as well. Anyway, that was my mod pack. Was there anything else that I had to go over? Yes. So with the weapons, where's weapons again? Here. So with the alternative weapons balance and rework silencer scopes, when you go into the game and you've installed S.T.A.L.K.E.R shader, make sure you go to the option where it says S.T.A.L.K.E.R shader scopes or 2D based scopes. Make sure you tag it. All right. Otherwise, it's going to look weird with this particular mod on. All right. So you'll need to tag that for this particular mod, and the shader will work fine with the scopes then. Okay. Other than that, I'm done.